Hi everybody, this is Justin here, co-founder and CEO of Talentfind, and this is part of the Talentfind hiring series, and it's really relevant for us because it's something that myself actually, I experienced. So a lot of the time when you're a startup founder, you've had this idea, you've executed it very well, and suddenly you've got yourself to a position where you have a team, and all of a sudden you accidentally find yourself being a leader. So this is exactly why I'm now sat here with the wonderful Sonia, who's an expert in leadership. So Sonia, can you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Okay, I'm the founder and CEO of LeadershipHQ, and I built the company 9 years ago from a blog, so now I've grown this incredible company, and we work all around the globe, and we're all about creating great leaders and great leadership.
Okay, yeah. Fantastic. So I need your advice. Okay, yeah. So we're in this position. We're a team of 5 of us. I know our internal comms is really bad, yeah. And you're just kind of realizing, you're caught in the hustle of trying to do your job, but at the same time, there's other people who are kind of relying on you and that. So, yeah. I mean, where do we start? Where does a founder who suddenly finds himself with a team, how do they start getting eggs in a row? Eggs in a basket, what's the saying?
Ducks in a row. Ducks in a row. I always believe that culture eats strategy for breakfast. So it's about setting up the culture, and that means, what's your vision, what's your mission, like what's your why, what's your purpose. So really articulating that and your values as a group. I think what works really well, because you're a startup and you're a founder and you've got a team of 5, is doing that as a collective group would be really powerful, where you all come together and think about where you're wanting to go, why do you do what you do, like coming up with that vision, mission and values, but also thinking about why the values are important to you and what behaviours are linked to those values, like leadership behaviours. Then it's about, I believe, is setting up a strategy around communication. How are you going to communicate, when, what methods and channels we use, how often, and also getting an understanding of each other's communication, like how they like to be communicated to. Could be like stand-up meetings, weekly, you can use different apps, or you can, there's lots of different techniques you can think about in terms of communication. But I always sort of say to leaders, it's really important to also think of yourself as, when you're a team in a workplace or in a startup, think about sporting teams. They spend more time off the field planning and strategizing about how they're playing than they do on the field. Teams don't necessarily do that. They're so busy in the doing and the pedaling that they forget to kind of step back and go, how are we going in terms of the vision and the mission and the values and our behaviours, and are we operating as a high performance team, and also getting to understand the members of your team and their strengths and their values as well as yours. Does that make sense in how you make that team a team? Yeah,
it does. And I guess you can't guess all that stuff. You need to actually sit down and you actually need to get it out on the table to know that beforehand.
Absolutely, and communicate that.
Yeah.
So it's all, and spending that time getting to know each other and getting to go, okay, what's working, what isn't working, and also being open to feedback.
Yeah.
So going, guys, what can I be doing differently? What do you need from me? That's really important, to keep those channels open so they feel approachable, to say, hey, look, Justin, this is working well, but this isn't working well. I've got some ideas.
Yeah. Okay. And it's good. And that there's a lot of startup founders, I think, who end up falling into this trap of, when it comes to kind of communicating what their culture is, and the vision and values, it's very aspirational. Right, we have this, huge view of how, forward-thinking, cutting-edge, and our company is. But I think when you actually get down to the coalface and ask a lot of people who are speaking, who actually are working for you, they probably see it completely different to how we see it from a 10,000-foot view. So, I mean, how do we make sure that we get that right? Because you don't want people coming and joining the company based on this aspirational view that you've sold them, and then very quickly they realize, actually, this is nothing like I expected.
I think that's where you need to be, obviously feel authentic and congruent to that. So if you've kind of got these values and this mission or vision, and you don't authentically believe in it, or you are not operating or aligned to those, say for instance, values, people will pick up very quickly, well, hang on, you're espousing, this is what you stand for, I've joined you, but I'm seeing a very different culture or leadership internally. That's why people leave, and it happens a lot. So that's why it's really important that you every day reflect on your values. Go, are we operating and aligned to these values? And therefore, you know, that's leadership where you're actually behaving the way that you're a spouse. Does that make sense? That
Yeah.
So I think it's important that because if it isn't working, then you've got to look at it and go, well, okay, we're not operating at this level, so what do we do differently?
Yeah, agreed. Okay, makes complete sense. All right, that's perfect. Well, I hope that was of value, some good little bite-sized tips there. And you've got a new book that you've just released as well, Sonia. How can people see that book or come back? Yeah,
I'm just kidding. Oh,
upside down.
Just Rocket.
Yeah, just right. So how do people follow you or find that book? Like, what would you recommend?
You can grab it on Amazon. Also go to my website, leadershipHQ.com.au or soniamcdonald.com.au. And yeah, it's a great book. It's a workbook and book in one. So it's all about how to get what you really want and be the best leader that you can be. And
Awesome.
Thanks so much, Justin. You're the best.
Thanks, Sonia. Bye-bye.